Solomon licenses replacement cost data from National Building Cost, published by Craftsman Book Company. The data changes each year, so how do you do a retrospective cost approach? National Building Cost includes a Building Cost Historical Index. If you are working on a wood frame building and the effective date is from 2018, you will see that cost was 12% less at that time. I am not saying that houses have appreciated by 12%, only that unbiased third-party cost data has increased 12%. In fact, houses in my market have increased 30%. Most of the increase is land, which has doubled since 2018. Solomon includes a feature called the factor field that allows you to change cost by any percentage. For a retrospective cost approach, let's go back in time to 2018 and extract site value. Find a similar sale with equal site characteristics. Enter the property characteristics and use -12 in the factor field. Enter your estimate of effective age and as-is value of site improvements. Click Calculate and you have a retrospective site value to begin the retrospective cost approach. I do the cost approach after I have inspected the subject, chosen comps, and have everything in the sales grid. By now I am well into the observation phase of the scientific method. The scientific method is to make observations, develop a hypothesis, test the hypothesis, and revise the hypothesis as dictated by the data. At this point, I use Sidekick to get adjustment rates I can use to start the process of estimating market value. To do that, I go to Solomon Cost. By the time I have inspected the subject, selected the comparable sales, viewed the comps from the curb, and looked at interior photos, I have made enough observations to develop my estimate of value. Now I enter the subject characteristics and enter -12 in the factor field, bringing cost back to the effective date in 2018. Click Calculate and you will have completed the cost approach. We use this to test our hypothesis of value by using the depreciated cost adjustments in the sales grid. On the left, we have default adjustments, which assume that depreciation is equal throughout the house. The center column gives you the flexibility to account for the fact that some things depreciate faster than others. The house as a whole has economic life of 60 years. The deck has a 20-year lifespan, and since 20 is 33% of 60, I enter 33. GLA also depreciates faster than the house as a whole because there are many components that have less than 60-year life. An asphalt shingle roof has a life of 20 to 30 years. Paint and carpet are around 10 years. HVAC may be 30. Too many calculations, so we took a survey of appraisers who used Solomon, and the consensus was in the 60 to 65% range. Click Calibrate and you have data you can use in the grid to test the hypothesis of value. If the data tells you to change the estimate of value, enter the revised estimate, rinse and repeat. Scientists call this iteration. When you have completed this process, you will have support for all assignment results, not only the opinion of value. You have support for site value, effective age, remaining economic life, and adjustment rates.
Want to know more? Send Scott an email at scullen2@comcast.net. That's scullen2@comcast.net. Schedule a Zoom demo with him at a time that fits your schedule. Scott loves talking with appraisers.